Hello YouTube, Nalynna here. I am back with another speed build. It's been quite some time. This build was done in Brindleton Bay on one of these smaller lots. It's made by I think that's a waterfall by the lake, not the lake, by the bridge. It's the one with the bridge entrance, one of the smaller ones towards the very top of the map. This is one of my favorite lots just because there's so much greenery around it. And I really love that. It feels so natural. It feels just very earthy and like otherworldly because it's so green. I feel like there's a lot of privacy to be had here. It feels very fairy tale to me, very fantasy. Just something you see like in a fantasy world. This is one of my favorite lots. And so I decided to make a build of what was supposed to be my tiny dream home. I ended up struggling so bad. Um, and then I was like, this is not the thing. However, I did work on it to a point of satisfaction. So it's not like it's the worst build in the world. I'm so picky about the furniture that we have, and I'm too lazy to go CC shopping. So I don't have all the types of things. It's just like these small detailed things that I haven't like gone to look for to add them into the game to kind of help me bring it where I'm trying to go. But I did on the exterior, it is what I was imagining. I wonder if I should have made the walls taller now that I'm thinking about it. I love how every time I'm doing the voiceover, that's when I have like a thought about what I should have done or considered it. I did take a lot of time on this build though because I knew what I was trying to do, and I do eventually get it there. So I went with this very rustic look for it. Just, I wanted it to give it a cabin feel. I wanted it to feel in that same kind of sort of otherworldly way that I felt like this landscape felt. So kind of like I don't want to say like a fairy house or anything like that, nor like a witch house. Maybe like a I don't know, just an unlikely character that we've never seen. Maybe this person is like very into nature and they stay away from people. Whoops. And just like, they enjoy the quiet life and they don't deal with like real life. So imagine like someone who's had enough of like the world and then they go and they retreat and they just kind of hide here. Like that's the kind of person that lives here. They will also have, I also put in this like huge garden thing on the side. It's very cute. I even imagine maybe a couple living here, like an older couple, retired, and they're just here. But now that I said that other thing, I think I've got some ideas rolling around upstairs. Oh man. But yeah, I had a lot of fun and frustration putting this thing together. Especially because when I finally move on to the interiors, I always do this. I always do this. Every time I make a tiny house, I try to go full fledged on the kitchen. I try to give you all the cabinets and all the counter space and all the table space and the island. I try to put it all in there. And then I always have like zero space for the bedroom. And I'm like, but I need things in the bedroom. So I did that here. And as you can see, there was a pre-layout because originally I was gonna put the kitchen in that little octagon space, that little tower space that's sticking out. And then and I always do this, totally forgot about the bathroom, or I should say, I forgot about the toilet and where I was going to put that, and I forgot about where I was going to put the bathtub. The bathtub I already knew because I always do this. Whoops, more moving furniture around. I'm so sorry. I always do this. I have like this thing where I want my bathtub in like my bedroom, and It's gonna have like fairy lights around it and like a cute curtain just to like be this like sanctuary, cute little space. And so I was trying to go for that here, but because I didn't think ahead about those two spaces, I was forced to rearrange everything. The kitchen still ends up being probably the biggest space in the whole house. The bedroom, I was like, you know what? It's okay. I'm gonna leave it small because this person probably spends a lot of time outside anyway and probably spends a lot of time in the kitchen or just generally outside. Like we have that wraparound. It doesn't wrap fully around, but it kind of goes from the front to the back of the house. The wraparound porch. So I feel like they're gonna be outside a lot. Like they have things to do outside, and I even included a floral arrangement bench, which was another thing I was thinking about. And I thought about that because I gave them this like huge garden and I was like maybe they grow these wildflowers and she just like does this for money so she can buy food, he or she, so they can buy food because they'll still need to like go into town to like buy food, right? So I was thinking about that. But this is supposed to be like I don't have the words. I wish I were more articulate. I do. Oh man. So I was just watching um Carmen King and she was playing Sims 3 Medieval. That was one of the expansions I did not get to buy, and I'm so upset because even though I downloaded my Sims 3 onto my Origin, it's asking me for the code for the first Sims 3 game, which is so weird because the last time I got a new computer and I downloaded everything, it didn't ask me for that, and now it's asking me for it. And I moved like 3 or 4 times within the past year, and I lost so many things, and I don't know where that game is. And it's really frustrating because I don't want to buy it again, but I really want to play that game. I want to play Medieval Times because you have the castle and you have all these NPCs that you don't have to control, but they live there. And I want to do that because I have this storyline in my head that I'm trying to play out in this modern world. I downloaded all this medieval type Dragon Age CC content to like um and like servant clothes and like peasant clothes so that I can kind of make that, and I plan to do that in Brindleton Bay. But I'm just like I don't think it's gonna work and that's gonna be so much effort on my part. And I just want to play the game. Maybe I'll have to do this project and then never get to enjoy that. I don't know. So that was me there starting to put a layout on the inside. I think, oh, this is the second time. So I actually furnished this. I mean, I don't think it matters because you don't care. I furnished this 3 times, 3 different occasions because I was not pleased with the way the layout was coming out and I refused to feel less or to feel like unhappy with what I want to put out there and like share with the community. There's so many people, they take so much time and they do these beautiful pieces of work, and I was like, you know what, I really want to do this. I've always wanted to build in The Sims, and I've never had like community where it's like you're sharing things with people and people get to enjoy what you're doing. And it's just I never had that. So I was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this now. Um, and just, go all in. And so for this one, I tell you, I furnished it so much. This video was actually about 45 minutes, even with time lapse. And that was 2 separate recordings, about 5 hours each. And I was able to bring it down to, what is this, 14 minutes? I had to cut out so much because I went back and forth, back and forth. I was furnishing inside, I went outside. I went back inside, I went back outside. I looked around, I didn't like it. I completely deleted everything. And then I took a break, came back like 2 days later, and I was not happy. And even what you see here, a lot of that changes because I was so unhappy with, I felt like I needed this to be warm. like the inside to feel warm and cozy. And I did want to keep the stone. And so I used a lot of dark colors, but it was not giving me what I was looking for. So I had my cousin like take a look at it for me, and the first thing she did was laugh at me. She said, "Why do you make the spaces so small?" She's just like, "You always make the space so tight and so small." Like I've had her furnish a few of my builds before. She's a very open floor plan kind of a interior person, and her builds are beautiful. Go check her out. Is I Faith on the Origin Gallery? Go find her. She has some pretty cool stuff. Like the interiors, her interiors are like whoa. She actually made me a townhouse for a family of 10, which was actually maybe more because I had children. I had 8 children in total, plus the parents, plus my children's children, plus their spouses. So she made me spaces for all of these people. And I was just like, oh my gosh, she like did a really amazing job. So, and it's because she uses her space so well. She uses things that I don't think about using. So I had her come in, I had her take a look around, and she got me there. Like she helped me to warm up these colors on the inside to feel more cozy and just feel like home. Like at the end of a long day, especially a cold day, you just come in and you can just turn on your fireplace, chill on the bed, and maybe move your chair there, warm up, read a book. And I did include these things. I included a bookshelf. You're not going to see me put that in. Um, there's some stuff over there because I wanted it to look like very lived in, and like you go into town once in a while, so you have to like kind of get all of these items and then come back with them and then make them last because you don't want to be going out there all the time, it's far. And I was kind of imagining like you could probably go fish right there and do that too. I don't know if there's a fishing spot there. It would be really cool if it was, but I think that water is fairly shallow, so you won't actually be able to fish there. So here goes this. So this originally, this space, I'm running out of breath. This space was supposed to be like part of the bedroom, and it was not supposed to have the tub there. This space was supposed to have a lot of greenery, the seat, the table, and a bookshelf somewhere. I didn't think it through until I got inside. I started off just thinking about the outside, and then once that was done and I had to come inside of the build, I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't think about this, but I'm gonna make it work, and that's what I did. So even though that tub was not supposed to be taking up all of that space, okay, like I really wanted that to be part of the bedroom, but it was so small, and I don't know how to make this shape like bigger in the game, and I think I'm kind of afraid to, honestly. I don't know. Like, I feel like when you do it in the game and you're trying to make it bigger, it always comes out too big. And then when you're trying to make it like medium, it comes out like really small. So yeah. Anyway, here we are at the end. Here are the screenshots. They are in the winter. I never put up any winter stuff, but yeah, they're in the winter. I hope you enjoyed this build. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. And until next time, bye.